population. So will the rest of the world start paying attention before the people of Kiribati become the first wave of refugees fleeing from the rising sea?
Alright guys, so we realize that climate change has very severe impacts in some countries. How did it get to that place in the first place? Why is it that some countries are actually experiencing this kind of problem? Anyone? What have we done? What are some of the human activities that have resulted in climate change happening to the extent that sea level is rising? Anybody?
Deforestation.
Deforestation. Can you elaborate on that? Carbon dioxide is one of those gases that we refer to as what kind of gases? Greenhouse gases. Thank you very much. So we recognize that deforestation is one of the primary causes. Very good, Diana. Anyone else with any other factor, any other human?
Of global warming. What's the number one producer of greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide? Cars and factories which use fossil fuels. All right, good recollection. Now I want you guys to summarize the causes of climate change. What are some of the simple actions that human beings take every day that have actually led to this? All right, so you're gonna go to your link in Padlet, in Brightspace, your Padlet link in Brightspace, and you're gonna summarize your recollection of the causes. We just spoke about some of them. I want you in your own words to create a post that reflects what you believe are the causes, the human activities that have resulted in climate change. You have 3 minutes to create one post. Able to make posts? I see some interesting ones going up. Okay. Very good. Uses of fertilizers containing nitrous oxide. You see that? Taiwan, again, emphasizing methane produced by burping. Deforestation, very good. So these are some of the major activities. And remember, I need to see at least two causes, 2 different points about the causes of climate change. All of you are now on the game. We are here to help to fight climate change. We have several different missions.
Mission 1. Reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The first mission is to reduce GHGs. Your actions in this mission will impact how much global temperatures increase in the future and in your next mission. Try your best to select actions and technologies that will result in a low carbon future and stop global temperatures from rising to dangerous levels.
Alright, so here's your turn. We understand what we're trying to do, right? Reduce climate change, yes, by reducing greenhouse gas emissions, your CO2, your nitrous oxide, etc. How are we going to reduce those? It calls for knowledge of the sources, and you guys know it.
Will help reduce GHGs. Each choice comes with a cost, and some are better than others at reducing emissions. Don't forget to save coins for mission 2.
Alright, and you will notice that each selection, there's more information on each selection. What are you going to do? What is the best value for money? How are you going to reduce climate change emissions? Choose wisely. We're now on to mission 2. Mission 1 was not so good, but I think we learned some lessons, right? We're going to move on to looking at a community, which is like Kiribati that we looked at. It's in danger of rising sea levels caused by warm ocean waters. How are we going to be able to help them to mitigate against the impact of climate change?
Spend your coins on actions that will protect coastal communities from rising sea levels.
Okay, guys. So now we know some of the ways in which climate change is being addressed, some of the mitigation strategies, some of the preventative measures. Would anybody like to share any that stood out to them during the game?
Understanding and quantifying the problem.
All right.
I got another one.
So in the first place, the problem has to be quantified.
Like they made people pay for pollution.
All right. Polluter pays principles. You were paying attention. And remember, I asked you to focus on the roles of the different groups of people, like your scientists, your politicians, sociologists, and economists. You were all assigned to a role, and I hope you were paying attention and looking out for ways in which these scientists can be involved. Because now I'm going to ask you to summarize the roles of these different groups in preventing or solving climate change. Okay? Are you all open to the Padlet?
Politics are about your solutions by engaging policies and driving innovation. What do you guys think?
Yes, I agree. Remember, they are the ones that represent
And they also sway public opinions too.
not old, but like experiencing the consequences of the climate change.
Climate change is a social issue. People, society, and institutions are causing and are experiencing the consequences of climate change.
All climate change solutions take money.
And all colors know how to make and spend money wisely.
They can do it on themselves.
Alright, so basically the role of the scientist is to understand and quantify problems. And once they fully understand what the problem is, they can come up with solutions to the problem and also add modifications to the solutions. So it gives more of a positive result.
So basically just helping, like just using science, you can help innovate some of the major problems that we have, like a factory, you know how they release so much carbon dioxide by burning fossil fuels. By using science, we can find out maybe a better renewable resource that will not release so much carbon.
So now that we have explored different solutions for climate change, let's see how much you know. Are we all on the assessment poll?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we have 8 questions. Go ahead. Let's see how many of these you can answer.